Welcome inside the John Marshall Fieldhouse. We have a good one for you tonight on our Bordas and Bordas High School Hoops broadcast as 6-3 John Marshall welcomes in the 10-1 Steubenville Big Red. I'm Jamie Baker. I'm joined with Rich Donley. These two teams just met 3 weeks ago with Steubenville grabbing a 67-40 win, but it's set to be another good one tonight, Rich.
Yeah, Jamie, great to be with you. I saw this first game. It was really close until about halftime, but John Marshall plays very good at home. The keys to the game for Big Red, they got to quiet the Storm. Of course, they're talking about Riley Storm, their best player, who averages about 20 a game. They got to create turnovers. They got to handle the pressure Big Red's going to apply. On the other end, John Marshall, they have to protect the rock. The defense have to create offense, and they bring their A game, and that means do their half-court sets and get set shots. They're a set-shooting team.
Let's take a look at our officials tonight, brought to us by David Robbins, Realtor with Allied Realty Groups. Bailey Frederick, Tim Johnson, and Jeff Leffler will be on the court for this matchup tonight. As we take a look at some of our starters, let's start with the Steubenville Big Red, Rich.
Okay, here we go. Let's see, at number 2 at guard, sophomore Lucy Suckoch.
We're actually going to start with the John Marshall Monarchs.
I'm sorry.
All right,
okay.
No, we're good. We'll go with that. All right, number 3, guard Kaylin Reese. Kaylee White coming in number 4. Riley Storm, as you mentioned, the senior, 6 foot tall. We've got guard Mason Inklin, and then Paisley Babachek, the sophomore, coming out for John Marshall.
Okay, for the Big Red, number 2, sophomore Lucy Suckoch. Number 11, sophomore Phoenix Fleming. Number 21, Micah Taylor, a freshman. Number 23, All-State Nyla McShane, a senior. And number 24, Bailey Bell, a senior.
We are set for a good one tonight as introductions have just started here at the John Marshall Fieldhouse. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we've got game action for you to hear tonight in John Marshall.
If you're a former or active coal miner who's worked or is currently working in an environment exposing you to potential breathing hazards, schedule your test for the Black Lung Clinic at WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital today. Call 304-843-3307 to stop black lung from stealing your time.
I'm Jamie Bordas. At Bordas Bordas, we don't just get great results for our clients, we also understand the 21st century. Your time is valuable, and you may find it hard to schedule an appointment with a lawyer. That's why you can go to our website and start the process 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll review your initial inquiry and get back to you quickly. Check it out at bordaslaw.com.
Bordas and Bordas, fighting for justice.
Monday night just got a whole lot better.
With News 9 Sports on the go.
Live at Seven Ranges Entertainment.
Join Bill Phillips and Don Sloan for sports talk, fun, games, and wings. 50-cent wings. And that's not all. Half-price bowling, axe throwing, mini golf, and arcade games.
Join us here at Seven Ranges or watch us live on Fox 9 and the WTOV9 digital platforms.
It's Monday Night Mayhem.
News 9 Sports on the go. Monday nights at 7 on Fox 9 and the WTOV9 digital platforms.
Wild Card Weekend has 2 must-see games on Fox.
Let's go!
On Saturday, MVP frontrunner Matthew Stafford and Puka Nacua lead the Rams as they take on Bryce Young and the upset-minded Panthers.
Touchdown!
Then on Sunday, Jalen Hurts and the defending champion Eagles begin their road to repeat against Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers.
Sensational!
Wild Card Weekend powered by Verizon. Saturday and Sunday on Fox.
Attention all active and former coal miners. If you worked or are currently working in an environment that exposes you to potential breathing hazards, a screening for respiratory health problems is recommended. Call WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital at 304-843-3307 to schedule a screening today.
The Bordas and Bordas High School Hoops is sponsored by Bordas and Bordas, WVU Medicine, American Consolidated Natural Resources, The Health Plan, and Presley Hearing Center.
Welcome back to this Bordas and Bordas High School Hoops broadcast. We are getting set to tip off here between John Marshall and Steubenville Big Red. You just heard the national anthem, America's 250th birthday this year, Rich. So big
perfect.
year around here.
Happy birthday.
Should be a great game tonight. As I mentioned in the open, of course, Steubenville and John Marshall just played each other 3 weeks ago. Steubenville grabbing a 67-40 win in that game. But a big thing that Brock Melko, the coach of the Monarchs, told me, they gave away a lot of the points in that game because they had a ton of turnovers, the Monarchs did.
Yeah, Big Red pressed them all over the court. John Marshall, I think they would like to keep it a low-scoring game, get into their half-court set, and shoot set shots. They have good shooters. And Big Red, on the other hand, they like to play faster. And like you say, in that last game, they got about 30 points off of steals.
Absolutely. These girls set to tip things off. Ball's going to start here with the Steubenville Big Red. That is sophomore Lucy Suckach playing point here tonight. Steubenville, 2 seniors on the court, then 2 sophomores and a freshman in their starting 5. And then I was expecting
Eli McShane. She's tough
Nyla
underneath.
McShane to see her early. Yes, she has been their top scorer this season.
Great moves underneath.
Averaging a double-double already this season as part of those 10 wins. But John Marshall with a girl of their own with a double-double on an average, and she's expected to play a big role. That's Riley Storm.
Big Red in a man-to-man. Like I say, John Marshall, they want to slow it down a little bit, get good shots. They're really good shooters, especially at home, Coach Forte told me. Very good shooters. So take their time. Don't take bad shots. Just move the ball around.
Absolutely. That is Kaylin Reese driving to the hoop. She gets that one to go. First points on the board for the Monarchs of the night as Steubenville brings it back down the court. Both of these coaches told me these teams kind of like to create offense from their defenses. So you're going to see a lot of aggressive defense on both ends of the court, trying to get turnovers and send it back down the court. As you see right there, a nice block goes back into the hands of John Marshall. Looking for an open shot are the Monarchs. That was Kaylee White looking for the drive. They're going to be a jump ball. That ball is going to stay with John Marshall. Here's our WVU Medicine replay on that block. That was a nice block.
Yeah, good tie-up underneath. John Marshall has the size advantage with Big Red, so underneath, if they can get some hoops off the missed shots, that'll really help them.
That was Paisley Babachek, the sophomore, on that block. Shot goes up there from White. That is a bit off the mark. Ball back into the hands of Steubenville as they try to turn some points around very quickly there. McShan, little off the mark. We get another jump ball that's going back down John Marshall's way.
Yeah, I think they're going to call a foul there.
Oh, they called a foul on that one.
I think so. Yeah, on 11-11.
Oh, yes. Okay.
On Fleming, yeah.
Phoenix Fleming, one of the sophomores playing for Big Red this year. Coach Angie Forte had nothing but good things to say about her sophomores, Lucy Suckach and Phoenix Fleming, saying they've improved so much. They spent so much time in the gym this summer, and it really shows.
Yeah,
on
they have a
this
young
season.
team. They only have 2 seniors on it. They have a couple sophomores and 2 freshmen to really help them out a lot.
Loose ball sticks with John Marshall. That is Kaylee White on the drive. That one goes off the rim, and rebound picked up by Steubenville. Ball goes out to Lucy Suckach. She drives it in, uses the backboard, goes a little off the mark. Oh, but the ball goes out of bounds, getting a little errant on the throw. That ball will go back to Big Red.
Yeah, Lucy's done a good job from last year, really improved. She's sort of the point guard who runs the show for him. Her and the Taylor girl, the freshman, have really developed here in the last year.
Absolutely, and when you have seniors like Nyla McShan and Bailey Bell, it helps seeing 2 girls like that, the way they lead, the way they play. Suckach looking to get something set up here, whether it's an open shot or just getting a play going. That ball is shot by Nyla McShan and back into the hands of John Marshall. 2-2 right now, about 3 minutes into the game. And they are going to call that foul on Taylor, yes.
Yeah.
Rich, I think my eyes might be a little.
Yeah, she got a block
we are up
there.
high here.
Yeah.
And she will head to the American Consolidated Natural Resources free throw line for 2.
Yeah, this is what John Marshall wants to do. Like you say, slow the game down, get to the foul line. When you go to the foul line, you stop Big Red from pressing.
Absolutely. That's Riley Storm's first points of the evening as she goes to shoot her second. That one goes in and out, but
And
looks like it'll stay this way. Monarchs with the 3-2 advantage. Steubenville already with 2 fouls. I know that's something we keep an eye on now
you got
since
to watch
those
now
rules
with
changed
the,
last year.
with the quarters. 3 more fouls, and they'll be in the 2-shot bonus.
Ball goes into Mason Inkland. Looking to get something set up here. Riley Storm, nice move, juke,
Beautiful.
and nails
Beautiful.
the 3 ball.
You can't let her loose.
No, you cannot. She can shoot it deep. She can get it in the paint. She is not one you want to see open by any means. Ooh,
Yeah,
that's the aggressive defense.
Yep.
Angie Forte told me when I talked to her the other day, we know that they are going to be pressuring us big time. Brock Bauer said they like to play that half-court pressure.
Right.
Just be on as much as you can. Ball goes inside to Phoenix Fleming. Rebound, ball kind of bouncing around. That one gets picked up by Mason Inkland. She's able to get it out to Storm. So they get across half court. Storm driving it. Oh,
Yeah, drove into trouble that
somebody
time.
got a hand in there. And Steubenville comes back up
Bryn
with
Bowers.
the ball. Here comes Lucy Suckoch. She leads the team in 3-shot this year. Little off the mark. Ball goes
Another
back.
careless foul on Bowers.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't want to foul 90 feet from the hoop. That's 3 on Big Red already, so 2 more, and the Monarchs will be at the 2-shot bonus. They're doing a real good job so far on the defensive board. They're getting every rebound, every ball that Big Red shoots and misses. The Monarchs are getting a rebound.
Mason Inkland getting it inside to Riley Storm. Oh, able to get a little bit of a screen there for the 3 ball. That's short. Ball goes back to the Big Red as they bring it back down the court, looking to get something set up here. Monarchs with a 6-2 lead, just about 4 minutes left here in the first quarter.
Another good steal.
Good defense there. Storm with the ball. She drives. She's going to pull back. Oh,
Nice move underneath.
spin move.
Yeah, just got out of control there a little bit.
Couldn't draw the foul on that one. Steubenville Big Red gets the rebound, and they bring it back up. Suckoch from deep. Off the front of the rim.
Big Red only getting 1 shot.
One thing Angie Forte said is that they need to crash the boards. So far, that has been to John Marshall's advantage, I would say, in this
Yeah,
one.
it is, especially on the defensive board. Big Red's only getting 1 shot. McShane.
Drive there from McShann.
Another rebound. No, Big Red just cannot hit.
Kaylee White looking to get something done here. Nice floater there. Coach Angie Forte saying, just calm down, calm down. Like, we got this.
Yeah.
3 minutes left here in the first quarter as Big Red trails 8-2 in this one.
Yeah, McShane, she operates better in the paint. That's what she's trying to do there, get that ball down underneath. She's awful tough to guard. She has really good moves underneath.
Absolutely. That'll be the second foul on John Marshall. That one is going to go to Paisley Babachek. That was on the floor, so inbounds play incoming. Get it into McShann. Tries to muscle her way in. That ball, though, just a little off the mark.
We're not getting the shots to fall underneath. There's a set shooter. Bam.
Kicks it out to White.
They're getting their shots, too.
Bowers is there for the rebound on that one. Coach Forte saying, well, slow down, slow down. Set up a little bit of an offense. Suckoch playing guard here. Looking to see if they can get McShann open at the free throw line. She's able to nail that for 2.
She's tough to guard because she can go underneath. She has great moves, or she could do what she just did there, step back and hit the deuce.
Absolutely. Just over 2 minutes remaining here in this first quarter. 8-4 the lead. John Marshall on top right now. Monarchs looking to see what they can get for an open shot. It's been these 2 defenses, you can tell they're aggressive. Riley Storm with the 3. Nice rebound there from Kaylin Reese. Can't get the shot to go, though. Steubenville back with the ball. Suckoch back on it, setting things up from the top. Tight defense.
Yeah. So far, Big Red hasn't got a shot from the outside. That's due to the Monarchs' tight defense.
Absolutely.
Short.
Bailey Bell.
McShane underneath again, and that's foul number 2.
I think they're going to call that one on Babachek.
Yeah, that's her second
already.
I believe. Yeah, They might have to get her out. Because she's the only girl underneath, really, with height that can guard McShane under there. So they have a sub coming in. Let's see if they sub for her after this foul shot.
McShane connects on the first from the American Consolidated Natural Resources free throw line.
Yeah, they got to get Babachek out there with that.
Nora Shaw comes in to get Babachek.
Let's see if McShane makes this whether Big Red presses full court or not. They're not. They're falling back just a half court trap.
Again, Babachek now on the bench with 2 fouls. Nora Shaw comes in. She is a junior guard, 5'5". You are losing with Babachek on the court, a 6-footer. So I'll be curious to see how that goes with some of the height they have underneath for Big Red. Bailey Bell with the ball.
Let's see if Big Red goes to McShane now with Babachek being out of there.
The crowd, we got a good student section here tonight, Rich. I like this.
Good steal.
Yeah, very nice steal there. That was Kaylin Reese. She's going to try to drive.
And one.
Gets the bucket, hoop in the arm.
Yeah, you got to get there. You got to get your body in front of her. You can't place.
That's going to be Bell. They're going to call the foul.
Yeah, Bell she got on her side, on her hip. She has to get in front of her.
That'll be her first foul of the evening. Now 4 fouls for Big Red, so still one to give here. 38 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Fleming coming back in. Give McShane a breather. This is a good sub, 38 seconds. She's playing at a pretty good pace, so give her a little break so she can get back in there.
And she connects from the American Consolidated Natural Resources free throw line to complete the 3-point play. We do have a timeout on the court. And we are going to take a break ourselves. We will be back in 90 seconds with more of this Bordas and Bordas High School Hoops broadcast.
Hello, I'm Frank Doring, the owner of Wash Right Car Wash. At Wash Right, we're all about making your ride shine and ensuring a smooth experience every time. We are excited to announce we are open and operating at our Steubenville location near the Hollywood City Center off of Sunset Boulevard. We also have locations in Wintersville, Moundsville, Calcutta, and Weirton to serve all your car wash needs. A sparkling clean car and a stress-free wash every time. At Wash Right Car Wash, we love a clean car.
At American Consolidated Natural Resources, every team member plays a vital role in our operation. We are a company where leadership listens, hard work is recognized, and career growth is part of the plan. You're not just starting a job, you're building a future that helps power communities across the nation. With strong pay, top-tier benefits, and long-term security backed by decades of reserves. Apply online today, and let's get to work.
Winter does serious damage to your roof. Every freeze and thaw puts you closer to an expensive replacement. How's yours holding up? Call RoofMax for a free winter roof assessment with no obligation. Our treatment restores flexibility and strength to your shingles, adding up to 15 years of life to your roof. And right now, you'll get a free roof tune-up with your RoofMax treatment. We'll bring your roof out of winter better than it went in.
Bordas and Bordas High School Hoops on this Thursday night in Marshall County. I'm Jamie Baker, joined by Rich Donnelly as John Marshall has an 11-6 advantage on Big Red with just about 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Big Red back with the ball, getting it inside to McShane. I'm going to call that a jump ball.
Jump ball, and it's going to stay with Big Red. Yeah, so far, John Marshall dictating the pace. They got the game right where they want it, low scoring in the first quarter.
A lot of aggressive defense we've seen so far. That's McShane They're doubling her.
She's having trouble underneath, yeah.
Ooh. Ball bounces around, ends up back in the hands of Big Red. Kick out goes to Bell. Gets it off the inside of the rim. John Marshall, that was Lainey Farmer, comes up with the rebound on that one. Riley Storm.
Yeah.
Brock Melko wanted a foul there.
See if she can beat the buzzer here.
Ooh. No. Good try there. That is the end of the first quarter here in this Bordas Bordas High School Hoops matchup. John Marshall with the 11-6 advantage on Steubenville. We'll be back in a few minutes with a look at the second quarter.
Tired of paying full price at the pump? With Smith Oil's mobile app, you get rewarded every time you fuel up, get exclusive rewards, and save money all in one place. It's not just about gas. There are even rewards for drinks and more inside the store. Saving money has never been so easy or rewarding. Download the Smith Oil app today and start earning rewards that fuel your journey. Smith Oil, fuel up, save more, smile bigger.
I got it. The new Rat Chat AI. It's really smart. Ask it anything.
Let's see. What's the Snowbird report for today? What's that?
That's AI, animal intelligence, to be exact.
I'll tell you what's actually intelligent. It's the Snowbird Report on WTOV9.
This Snowbird Report, sponsored by Belmont College, Jefferson Landmark, Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and Ogilvy Institute.
Weather in the Ohio Valley can change
in an instant. The Severe Weather Team 9 app will help you plan and prepare.
Before weather threatens, access storm tracking, interactive radar, and your futurecast.
Use Follow Me tracking to know exactly how the weather will affect you right where you are.
Every day, every season, every condition on every platform.
Download the Severe Weather Team 9 app today and be prepared before weather threatens.
The Bordas Bordas High School Hoops is sponsored by Bordas Bordas, WVU Medicine, American Consolidated Natural Resources, The Health Plan, and Presley Hearing Center.
Welcome back inside the John Marshall Fieldhouse, where John Marshall has an 11-6 lead on Steubenville after the first quarter of play. Rich, what were your big takeaways from that?
Well, the fact that Big Red only got 6 points. You know, they're a high-scoring team, and I'll make a prediction. If they only score 6 points a quarter, the Monarchs will win this game.
I thought you were going to say only score 6 points this game. It might be about. I would agree.
They're doing a great job on Big Red. And they're staying out of foul trouble, keeping Big Red off the foul line, too.
Well, you had mentioned that Steubenville does really great when they're able to shoot from three. They have not been able to do that quite yet.
Big Red going into a zone. I can see the zone right now. There's a. Yeah, Big Red, if you're going to that zone, you have to make sure you find the shooter, which is Riley Storm. You got to find where she's at. So let's see if this zone helps out Big Red.
Big Red back down with the ball again. 11-6, John Marshall with the lead. All 6 of Steubenville's points coming from senior Nyla McShann so far. So I think it's going to be important to get some other people involved.
There they are.
Oh,
good call.
It's almost as though I knew.
Yeah.
That one, Bailey Bell.
That's what Big Red has to do. They have to do a little bit of out, a little bit in. Now let's see if this zone can stop John Marshall. John Marshall has to move the ball. You got to move the ball, find your shooter.
Absolutely. A bit of an adjustment from what we saw defensively here in the first quarter. Bell with the steal, tries to take it all the way.
Now shoot 2.
Ends up drawing the foul there.
She'll shoot 2.
Calling that foul on Mason Inklin, the senior. She will head to our American Consolidated Natural Resources.
Yeah, good steal there.
Line.
Good steal by Bailey, and off to the races.
Finishes with the foul there on our WVU Medicine replay. And this is the first of 2. One thing Coach Forte said about Bailey Bell, great player, but she said she is like the calm on the court. You know what I mean? She was trying to explain it, and she said it's like if things get stressful, everybody on that court just looks at her.
He gets it again.
Yeah, man, she's.
Wow.
I like that. That was strong.
She is tough underneath.
2 rebounds there and the putback as we now have a tie ball game.
But Babicek being out of there gives her a little more chance to score.
Yes.
Big Red's in his zone now. Let's see if this bothers the Monarchs.
It's been successful the first two times down the court for John Marshall.
There's another. Has two steals off the zone. Here comes McShane. She's going to the hoop. One extra step and boom. The Euro step and one more and in.
Steubenville with the lead now, 13-11, as Nyla McShane with 10 of those 13 points so far. Rich, as you mentioned, seeing a new defense from Steubenville this quarter.
3 turnovers in a row.
Seems to be confounding John Marshall a little bit.
Yeah, 3 turnovers in a row. I think that's the ticket here because they stay out of foul trouble. And if they can identify where Storm is, it gives them a better chance. You can almost play a girl and a half on her.
Absolutely. John Marshall changing in a few players. Babicek now back out on the court. Getting a little more aggressive there in the half court. Nice move there from Phoenix Fleming.
Good move, but couldn't finish.
Couldn't finish. See if John Marshall tries to do something in transition here.
She'll
Riley
get
Storm
the foul.
draws the foul.
And that's on McShane.
If you can't let them set up the zone, it might be a little more successful there for John Marshall.
Well, on the Big Red side, you have to know where Riley Storm is. And if she has the ball, you have to help on her. One girl cannot guard her. You have to almost double team her. She's the one that's going to beat you. She's the one that's going to score 20 to 25 and beat you. So you gotta make sure you know where she's at.
Absolutely. Storm on the American Consolidated Natural Resources free throw line. She hits the first of 2.
Yeah, she has 5 points, and she usually is our top scorer.
And now, speaking of top scorers, Nyla McShane is taking a quick break right now.
Yeah, Babicek is it in there.
And Angie Forte is going to take a quick timeout. We're going to do so as well. We will be back in just a little bit with some more high school hoops action.
I'm Jamie Bordas. At Bordas Bordas, we don't just get great results for our clients, we also understand the 21st century. Your time is valuable, and you may find it hard to schedule an appointment with a lawyer. That's why you can go to our website and start the process 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll review your initial inquiry and get back to you quickly. Check it out at bordaslaw.com.
Bordas and Bordas, fighting for justice.
My name is Mike Scheel, and I'm an orthopedic surgeon with WVU Medicine at Reynolds Memorial Hospital. So we have a unique opportunity here at Reynolds to work with the ROSA surgical robot. The results have been amazing. We can really predict what your alignment is going to be, what your tracking is going to be, what your range of motion is going to look like before we ever cut you. The results for patients have been outstanding.
Round 2 of the college football playoffs is in the books, and Rob, Mark, and Urban are breaking it all down.
Did anyone see that coming?
Who stepped up, who folded, and who's built to survive the semifinals.
Only a few teams in America can handle this stage.
Get big takes, real talk, and playoff insights from the guys who lived it.
It's playoff football. Anything can happen.
Don't miss the Triple Option, presented by Wendy's. Available wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back inside the John Marshall Fieldhouse. Steubenville with now the 13-12 lead on John Marshall. Steubenville came back out here in the second quarter playing a different defense, and it seems to have been very successful so far.
Yeah, so far I think they got 3 or 4 turnovers. On the offensive side, they need some production out of somebody beside McShane. They've only had one other girl, Bell, hit a 3, and that's their 13 points. That's it. They need some help from the other girls to score.
Yes, and that's your 2 seniors out there making sure not just leading in action, but leading in scoring. Let's see if they can get some help there from.
There it is. They're good.
There you go.
Nice pass by McShane, because they're going to double her a lot. So you have to be alive with the other girls.
And that was Phoenix Fleming with the finish. That was something that Coach Forte said. You know, McShane obviously scores a ton, but great at seeing the situation and dishing it out when she can.
Big Red, now they switched again. They went back to the man-to-man, got another turnover. So
there you go.
Maybe it doesn't make any difference what defense are in.
Keep them guessing, right?
Yeah, Monarchs are in a 1-2-2 zone trap here. They're going to trap the ball if it goes to the corner. And the way you beat it is pass the ball up the court. They're going to get stopped with 10. That's it. Pass it up the court.
Get it up to Fleming. She pulls up and A little bit short on that triple. Storm that wrestles that ball away, ends up with it.
And they're going to call a foul, I believe, on
I think that
Bell.
might be on Bell.
On Bell. Yep.
That is on the floor.
Yeah, that's her team's third, so they got to watch. They got almost 5 minutes to go, and they only have one more foul to give.
And that is Bell's second.
Now they switch back to the zone, so they're switching. They got to find where Storm goes. She's underneath now, but they got to keep an eye on her. Boom.
Nice shot there.
Yeah. They're very good set shooters.
That's what these offenses seem to be, a little more in rhythm than they were in the first quarter for sure. Tie ball game at 15.
McShane looking to go to the hoop.
That is Bell.
She can
good
shoot.
from three again.
She's another set shooter. She would be good on John Marshall's team because they have set shooters. They like Big Red back in the zone.
Now 6 points for Bell on the evening. Steubenville with the 18-15 lead as John Marshall looks to see what they can do. They call that one a jump ball.
Yeah.
That's going to stick with John Marshall. 4:06 left here.
Even though you're playing the zone, you have to identify where their shooter is. And Storm is their shooter. So you have to find her.
Mason Inkland throwing it in. Speaking of, she found Babicek.
Yeah. She's going to that corner as he does a step
Creates
back
a little
and
space and off the mark on that one. Rebound goes to Britton Bowers, the freshman. Steubenville looks to set something up here. Got McShane underneath. They got Fleming out on the wing.
Oh, good. Oh, they're going to call.
That.
She'll get 2 shots on that.
Call that one on Storm. That is her first of the evening.
Yeah. Big Red's I call them big girls. McShane and Fleming are pretty good shooters. They got pretty good soft touch for kids. They got girls that aren't guards.
Absolutely, and I mean, you saw on that last play, Fleming was set up beyond the 3-point line.
Yeah, I've seen her shoot real good.
So it's kind of a pick your poison. Do you want to defend the girl in the paint? Do you want to get the ones out beyond the arc? I guess as a coach, it's kind of what you're hoping for, Too many options. Second one, no good on the free throw line for McShane. John Marshall.
Back in that zone, set shooter.
That was Mason Inkland on the 3-ball. Reese able to get the rebound, and we do have a tie-up once again. I believe that is going down Steubenville's way.
Yeah, good defense there by Bell. When the girl got out of control, she reached in and grabbed the ball and get the turnover.
All right, so right now we got McShane, Suckoch, Bell, Phoenix Fleming, and
here's a zone trap.
That's Bowers.
You don't want to foul right there. And that's their third team foul. So both teams have to watch here. They only have one more foul to give before the end of the half.
It's also Reese's second, both Reese and Babicek with 2 fouls. Bowers working inside into Fleming. Tries to muscle her way in.
They're doing a good job underneath on her.
They are. Dish goes out. That is Storm
you
from
can't
3.
Let her shoot. Here's the zone trap again. Again, the way you beat it is move the ball, pass the ball. Don't hold it. McShane got fouled again. That's on Babicek. That's 3.
Ooh.
No, it isn't. It's on Storm.
They're calling it on Storm.
Storm, that's 2 on her. They got to be careful.
So right now we got Storm with 2, Babicek with 2.
Yeah, they got to be careful.
Inkland with 1.
Yeah.
They're going to bring Reese out.
They're
she also
trying to get the
2.
ball to McShane underneath again. Boy, she's tough underneath.
Yeah. You got 3 girls on you. You're able to get your own rebound and then your own putback. It's pretty impressive.
Yes,
That's
13 of the 21.
It's a pretty good. I'm not great at math, but I know it's a pretty good percentage there, Rich.
Big Red in the zone. They don't want to foul out there. Good defense here.
That's Inklen looking to drive, dishes it back out to Riley Storm. Takes a second, try to set something up offensively.
Yeah, let's watch Storm. She's going to try to get to the other side and get open. There she is.
She got a nice open look.
Ooh,
oh,
in and out.
Rebound goes to Bell. She picks that up. Brings it back down the court. I thought Suckosh might take that there.
Lucy's become a great floor general. She runs the show for Big Red. Oh, a bad pass. And that is off Big Red.
Changed his mind, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 1:53 remaining here in the second quarter. Steubenville with a 21-18 lead. John Marshall with the ball. Seen a pretty good first half here. As Rich mentioned, we've seen a few different defenses out of Steubenville.
Looks like a 1-3-1 zone now. Nice try, a steal by Suckosh. If she gets your other hand out, the right hand, when you're on the left side, you get your right hand out to stop the pass to the corner, not your left. Your left hand will get in the girl's face and you might foul her. And she did a good job of kicking the ball out with her right hand. Back in that zone again.
Monarchs looking to get something done. Kaylee White kind of commandeering everything right now as she passes it out to Inklen. Trying to see if they can get Riley Storm open. A lot of eyes on her. She does set the pick.
I'm not sure what that was.
I think she was hoping to draw the foul on that one.
Yeah.
But last touch by Steubenville, so that
looked
will...
like a Meadowlark Lemon hook shot for for all the old people who know who Meadowlark Lemon was with the Globetrotters.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's coming back to...
Dating yourself a little bit.
Coming back to
the
corner. Be careful. Yeah, you got to stay on her. You have to almost, even as a zone, you have to play her almost as a man. Now they're back in the man. They switched on the inbounds.
Looking to get the pick there.
You need some help on her.
Bell did a nice job reading that defensively as well.
Bowers, nice pass.
That'll be 3 on Babachek.
That's 3 on her.
Let's take a look at this in the WVU Medicine
check
replay.
it out. It's a good pass by Bell. And a little bit of the arm.
Little bit of skin there, yeah.
Just a little bit.
Good on the first. That is Terriana Thompson, the sophomore.
Yeah, they got to get Babachek out of there. That's her third, I believe, right? I think that's her third.
Yes, that is her third. Probably won't see much of her here for a little bit. Thompson good for the first. Short on the second. We got 55 seconds here left in the first half. Steubenville with a 22-18 lead. Nyla McShann leading the Big Red with 13 points. Riley Storm with 8 for the Monarchs so far.
Let's see if the Monarchs hold it or one shot, or they'll just try to get the best shot. 40-some seconds to go.
Not looking like any rush on this offense.
No, like I say, they have the game exactly where they want it.
It's Mason Inklen. Dishes it over to Riley Storm. She likes that spot on the court.
And then a violation. Terrible violation. Terrible.
McShann can't believe it.
Nobody on you and you stepped in the line. That cannot happen. Now it's going to give John Marshall a chance to go up at halftime.
26 seconds left as the Monarchs get the ball back again. Good defense there, and they're able to get the turnover anyway, Big Red is.
Oh,
McShann,
great move.
Nice.
Great move.
Hits the X button on the
what
spin
a great move.
That was a fantastic move. Baseline to baseline for the finish on that one. 10 seconds remaining. John Marshall looking to get the last shot. Riley Storm with the ball.
She got to let her go.
Ooh. Practically shot that one from Glendale.
Wow.
24-21, Steubenville with the halftime lead. We will take a quick break. When we get back, we'll take a look at your first half highlights. It's Bordas Bordas High School Hoops.
If you're a former or active coal miner who's worked or is currently working in an environment exposing you to potential breathing hazards, schedule your test for the Black Lung Clinic at WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital today. Call 304-843-3307 to stop black lung from stealing your time.
I'm Johnny Knoxville, and this is Fear Factor. You all share the same goal. Face down your fear. You got this.
They don't got this. For 250 years, America has been built on bold ideas, strong communities, and stories that connect us all. From small towns to big cities, from back roads to bright lights, this is the story of who we are. In 2026, we celebrate 250 years of amazing America, and together, we honor the people, places, and possibilities that continue to shape our future. Stay with Fox 9 as we celebrate amazing America.
Attention all active and former coal miners. If you worked or are currently working in an environment that exposes you to potential breathing hazards, a screening for respiratory health problems is recommended. Call WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital at 304-843-3307 to schedule a screening today.
The John Marshall cheerleaders performing at a halftime. It is a 24-21 lead for Steubenville over John Marshall. Let's take a look back at some of these first half highlights brought to us by the health plan. This one has gone back and forth, Rich. A lot of great defense in the first quarter, but we saw these offenses come a little more alive here in the second quarter.
Yeah, this Rally Storm, she's going to be a college player if she so desires, because a girl like her with her size, she can shoot the eyes out.
Absolutely. So far, we've seen two seniors, and we're not surprised by either of these. Riley Storm with 11 points, Nyla McShann for Steubenville with 15 so far in this one.
Yeah, Nyla's a Clarion commit. She's going to play college ball there. So you got two girls here. They're one with 15, one with 11, and they're both dominating the game.
Absolutely. And as we've seen, it's gone back and forth. As we mentioned, Steubenville with the 24-21 lead at halftime. These two teams met 3 weeks ago. Steubenville won by 27. So John Marshall definitely hanging in better in this one.
Yeah, I think Big Red last game, they almost scored 70 points. It was a high-scoring game. Like I said, they want to keep this game in the 40s to have a chance.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we're going to take a look at Steubenville's upcoming schedule.
At American Consolidated Natural Resources, every team member plays a vital role in our operation. We are a company where leadership listens, hard work is recognized, and career growth is part of the plan. You're not just starting a job, you're building a future that helps power communities across the nation. With strong pay, top-tier benefits, and long-term security backed by decades of reserves. Apply online today, and let's get to work.
I'm Jamie Bordas. At Bordas Bordas, we don't just get great results for our clients, we also understand the 21st century. Your time is valuable, and you may find it hard to schedule an appointment with a lawyer. That's why you can go to our website and start the process 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll review your initial inquiry and get back to you quickly. Check it out at bordaslaw.com.
Bordas and Bordas, fighting for justice.
Steubenville with the 24-21 lead on John Marshall here at halftime. Steubenville 10-1 coming into this game, and they still have plenty of talent that they're seeing over their next couple of games, Rich. It doesn't get any easier.
No, they got on the 12th, they got East Liverpool. Then they have Dover on the 14th, Warren on the 14th of January. Then a real tough one at Indian Creek. That ought to be a dandy on the 19th. And then the 22nd of January at Ware High.
Because some good ones too will not even wrap up the season. We were saying we're looking forward to some ones down the line as well. So one more quick break for us. We're going to look at John Marshall's upcoming schedule. Just a few minutes.
Here we go further to keep medicine close to home by surrounding you with a team of experts and surrounding our region with the highest level of care. With the world's latest treatments and breakthroughs that change the odds. Because in medicine, we find a way. We go as far as it takes to help the people right here.
News 9 is everywhere, and now so are you. The WTOV9 News app keeps you connected instantly. News now. Weather now. Traffic right now. Alerts before you know and go. Breaking news, community events, your favorite hometown teams. Everything that matters to the Ohio Valley right in your hand. It's simple. Search, download, open. Now you know how to stay in the know anytime, anywhere. News 9 is everywhere, and now you are too. Download the WTOV9 News app free right now.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly
imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
Steubenville with the 24-21 lead on John Marshall here at halftime. About midway through halftime, we're going to take a quick look at John Marshall's upcoming schedule. John Marshall, one thing Coach Brock Melko told me when I talked to him the other day is that they've had a very front-heavy schedule, facing teams like Wheeling Park, East Fairmont, Grafton, Steubenville, Greenbrier East, Morgantown. And I hate to break it to him, Rich, it's not getting any easier. They've got Lindsley, North Marion, Magnolia, Martins Ferry, and Wheeling Park once again. So John Marshall, you know, as we said, they knew it was going to be a tough start to the season, but I feel like sometimes in this conference it never really gets any easier.
Absolutely. You know, Coach Melko, he has to be extremely happy with the first half, holding Big Red to 24 and only being down 3 at home. And I think if he could have drawn it, if he had to draw it up, he would have drawn it up exactly like this. Like I said, I think if this game's in the 40s, it favors John Marshall. If it goes any higher than that, I think it favors Big Red.
Absolutely, and we've seen a lot of defense in this one. Something both coaches told me coming into this is that defensively, they need to be aggressive, but offensively, they have to hold on to the ball. It's the turnovers that has been killer in any losses for them each season.
And the things that kill you, Jamie, is that your unforced turnovers. When no one guards you and you throw the ball away, or you double dribble, where you have a tie-up and they get the ball. For the second half, you know, with Babicek with 3 personal fouls and the other girl with 2, you got to be careful, because if they get 3 or 4 fouls, it changes the whole complexion of the game. Absolutely.
We still have a whole second half of fun coming back, Rich Donnelly. We can't get rid of each other. Steubenville, again, with the 24-21 lead on John Marshall. Riley Storm and Nyla McShann, your top scorers so far. When we get back, second half action coming your way from the John Marshall Fieldhouse.
Trust Scassa's Laney Tire, your local Mastercraft tire retailer, to keep you safe on the road this fall and winter. Quality tires are your first line of defense against slick roads, and Scassa's Laney Tire makes sure you're ready. From tires and brakes to oil changes and full-service auto repair, we do it all. Right now, buy 4 new tires and get a free alignment, a deal that keeps your car running straight and your family safe. Visit us today in Steubenville or East Springfield.
They're your neighbor, coworker, or significant other. Quietly inspiring, coaching, and lending a helping hand. News 9's Hannah's Heroes. These heroes deserve to be recognized, and I get to tell you about them. Scan the QR code on your screen to nominate special individuals making a big difference in our community. And then be sure to watch News 9 Wednesdays at 5 and 10 p.m. to see Hannah's Hero of the Week.
Sponsored by Trinity Health System. It's time to get up, to rise, to wake up with the Ohio Valley's most watched morning show, News 9 Sunrise.
We're everywhere, working to make your mornings easier.
Everywhere, keeping you informed and connected, and helping keep you and your family safe.
Stay weather aware everywhere with Chief Meteorologist Jeff Exline.
Get all the important local information that could impact your day with the News 9 and Severe Weather Team 9 apps.
You hear us say it all the time, but it's true.
News 9 Sunrise is everywhere, making a difference for you.
The Bordas Bordas High School Hoops is sponsored by Bordas Bordas, WVU Medicine, American Consolidated Natural Resources, The Health Plan, and Presley Hearing Center.
Second half action here at the John Marshall Fieldhouse. Steubenville up 24-21 on John Marshall as the clock winds down on halftime. Rich, what do we need to see here from both teams in the second half if they want to be the winners?
Well, for both teams, I think the other girls beside their 2 top scorers, beside McShane and the girl for John Marshall that's scoring all the points.
Riley Storm.
Yeah, Riley Storm. Some other people have to contribute. And I think whichever players other than those 2 score the most points, that's the team that's going to win this game.
Now, we are seeing some foul trouble, I guess to say, especially with John Marshall. Paisley Babachek with 3, Riley Storm with 2. So got to keep an eye on the foul situation in the second half as well.
Oh, got a steal, got a layup.
Nice move by Kaylin Reese there.
Little pressure by John Marshall. That zone trap is tough. There it is with the steal.
Nice move there.
And they've come right out of the shoot.
Oh, Kaylee White, a little bit off that shot, but they're able to come up with the rebound. That is Mason Inkland. Oh, shots like that just break your heart. In and out. Riley Storm, though, there to clean it up, gets the putback.
They've come out strong the second half. Here comes this trap again. It's bothering Big Red.
Got to get it across the half-court line. Ooh.
Yeah, they almost threw it away again.
McShann with the drive.
Double dribble. Yep.
Double dribble.
Yep. Big Red the first minute has 3 turnovers, and they've given up 4 points. 4 points. So
creating offense from defense.
All the momentum is with John Marshall right now. Big Red in that zone. John Marshall very patient, trying to get that set shot. You have to watch Riley Storm. She goes underneath, and then boom, there she goes to the corner.
Kicks out to the corner. I'm going to say that ball went off the bell.
Yeah, when you're playing a zone, when you're playing the back part of that zone, you have to know who's behind you. So you could yell out to the wing to guard that girl. Storm is going underneath and then going to the corner. And they're letting her go. They're not. There she goes again. She's underneath. They're double teaming her down there. And then there she goes to the corner. You got to make sure you know where she's at.
That ball goes off Suckoch. Rich, what's your favorite zone?
I like an active zone. Yeah, I don't care what kind of zone it is, but not a stance. It's not 5 statues out there. You got to be moving. And you got to identify the shooter. Right there, active zone, you force the turnover.
They're saying that went off somebody on Steubenville.
Whoa, I don't know.
Steubenville does not agree with that.
No.
John Marshall's going to get this ball in quick. Babachek takes the inbounds pass.
The Big Red switches back to a man-to-man. They got Fleming on Storm now. That's a mismatch.
That has slowed down the offense a little bit, too. Riley Storm, anytime she's got the ball in her hands, it's a little bit dangerous.
Yep, and what they're doing is running time off the clock, which is good, keeping the score down low and trying to get a nice set shot. And there it is. Good block.
Oh, that was
nice block by McShane. Another block by Babachek. Ooh, she got away with it.
I was going to say, she's lucky she didn't get caught.
She got away with one there.
Steubenville now with the ball, finally getting some time to set up some offense here. Already over 2 minutes into this quarter.
Nice move. And one. And that's 4 on Babachek.
Think they're going to call that on Babachek? Or you think they're going to get Storm?
Yeah, they got to get her out.
Oh, they got Storm. They got Storm on that one.
Oh, they did?
Yes. That is, although also
no, Babachek, yeah. Well, they got it on her, but
it's on Riley Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you now got.
But they got Babachek coming out of the game.
Your 2 tallest girls.
Yep.
With 3 fouls each for John Marshall.
I'm still confused as who that was on the board. It had Storm, but Babachek came out of the game.
Steubenville back on top after the free throw.
Now they got Storm under. Well, she's going to get 2 more shots.
They're going to get that call on Phoenix Fleming.
Yeah, that's a mismatch. She's not quick enough to guard her.
And Fleming's got no fouls, so she's got a little give right now.
See what they did? They put Storm on the foul line. She's a post player. She's a guard. That's why she's so hard to guard.
Connects on the first of 2 from the American Consolidated Natural Resources
Beautiful.
free throw line, and is good for the second one as well.
Yeah, she's on her way. There's the trap.
Up to Fleming.
Ooh, Lucy.
There you go. We said Lucy Suckoch. She likes to shoot the 3, and she is able to connect on that one.
Now they're posting up Storm right on the foul line to see if she can work on Fleming. They have to not deny her the ball when she's in there like that.
That's worked inside to Nora Schock,
Good
who
ball
came in
movement.
when Babicek went out.
Good ball movement.
Oh, I thought that
And-
might go in from my angle. That's Kaylee White draws the foul.
She'll shoot 2. That's on, I believe, Taylor.
Yes.
That's her 4th foul. Yikes. Bam. Ooh. Yeah, they got to get her out of the game. Going in with Bryn Byers coming in. Freshman does a nice job. Her and Lucy Suckach are the really good feisty point guards.
I always like when they use the word feisty.
Feisty, yeah.
I like that.
That means you're tough. Nice shot.
Goes over
Oh.
2 from the free throw line there. Steubenville coming back down.
Uh-oh.
Fleming, ooh.
Wow, she missed everything. That wasn't an air ball, but close to it. Big Red applying a little pressure now.
Storm's able to get it back in.
Another foul on
That has to be
Fleming.
a foul. That was a bit of a
Yeah,
chop.
you got to move your feet.
She goes from 0 to 2 very quickly there.
Yeah. Babicek coming back in the game. I'm not sure on these fouls.
I think Coach Melko may have thought the same thing.
I think
he
he thought she had.
Yeah.
I think she only had. They both have 3.
She did not stay out
Yeah.
very long, so I think he realized that might have been on Storm. As you mentioned, both Storm and Babicek, both 6-footers, both with 3 fouls right now.
Boom.
Speaking
Bam.
of Storm.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, gets the bounce on
That was a good
one.
rebound by Babicek to get the ball out to her.
Gets a little help from the rim
Yeah.
and the backboard there. 1-point ball game, 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Phoenix Fleming.
Fleming
Take
working
a little
underneath.
bit over here. Got some good moves in there. That goes back out to Bell. Suckach looks to work it inside to McShane. Nice
pass.
move from McShane there,
And
too.
nice pass from Lucy. She sees the court really well. Keeps her head up.
McShane now at 20 on the afternoon or evening. Like I said, McShane with 20. We got Riley Storm with 17, both leading their teams respectively.
Good steal.
And that's
Maybe.
trying to work it into Babicek. Gonna get a jump ball there?
It's going the other way. I think it's
Yep, going back Steubenville's
good
way.
hustle. McShane got on the floor. That's what you teach your kids. Get on the floor. And especially when it's going to be your ball and a jump ball. Get on that floor, hold the ball. It's your ball.
Absolutely. These teams going to take a quick breather. We're going to take one too. We'll be back in just a few.
I'm Jamie Bordas. At Bordas Bordas, we don't just get great results for our clients, we also understand the 21st century. Your time is valuable, and you may find it hard to schedule an appointment with a lawyer. That's why you can go to our website and start the process 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll review your initial inquiry and get back to you quickly. Check it out at bordaslaw.com.
Bordas and Bordas, fighting for justice. At American Consolidated Natural Resources, every team member plays a vital role in our operation. We are a company where leadership listens, hard work is recognized, and career growth is part of the plan. You're not just starting a job, you're building a future that helps power communities across the nation. With strong pay, top-tier benefits, and long-term security backed by decades of reserves. Apply online today, and let's get to work.
News 9's Jeff Exline is more than the Ohio Valley's weather expert. He's also passionate about cooking.
We're cooking up a storm.
Now you can see a different side of Jeff, cooking up a storm on the WTOV9 YouTube channel. A video podcast series where Jeff takes you on culinary adventures for easy and delicious dishes, special guests, fun, and entertainment. WTOV9 is cooking up a storm on the WTOV9 YouTube channel. Sponsored by West Virginia Northern Community College Culinary Arts Program.
Third quarter action here on our Bordas Bordas High School Hoops broadcast. Steubenville with a 32-29 lead on John Marshall. Just over 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Nyla McShane with 20 points in this game. Riley Storm, 17 points. The two seniors kind of been leading the way for both these squads, Rich.
Yeah, both teams are okay with fouls, so they can be pretty aggressive.
That is,
wow.
We talked about the seniors. There's the sophomore. That's Lucy Suckach
That
for
hit
three.
every part of the rim.
See, that's nice when you have somebody like Nyla McShann in the paint, but you can kick it out to somebody like a Lucy Suckoch, who is a threat beyond the perimeter. Oh, trying to get it into Storm amidst.
Yeah, that's tough.
Three girls?
Three girls. They triple teamed her, and that's what I was talking about. When you know it's it's their ball.
I was going to say, it should be going
it's
this
John
way.
Marshall
Okay.
ball, yeah. I'm pretty sure it was.
They may have forgotten to switch the thing because it was definitely Steubenville's ball last time.
Yeah, they got it underneath, but they triple teamed her. So, again, they knew where she was because she does not stay in one spot. She's all over the place.
Oh,
that's 5 seconds. Good defense there by Big Red. Great defense.
Excellent defense there. Turnover. Going to go to Steubenville anyway. Suckoch with 6 points on 2 3-pointers. She's been running point for the Big Red throughout
nice pass.
the
A
evening.
give and go.
Ooh.
McShane.
Out to Bell. Back to McShann. Trying to find some space. She gets it.
She maneuvers herself underneath. Unbelievable.
Good way to use the glass
Yeah.
there. That is now 22 for number 23 on the evening. Now an 8-point lead. Steubenville starting to pull away.
Yeah.
John Marshall looking to slow something down here.
Big Red in that zone, but it's an aggressive zone. Again, they have to identify Storm over here in the corner. McShane has to stay with her. Can't let her have a free shot.
John Marshall.
Nice move.
Really needs some
good
points
turnover.
on this.
Here comes the turnover again. Do they call a foul?
Looks like it.
They called a foul on Big Red. I don't like that foul. They were all going for the ball.
Pile up like that. You just got to call the jump ball.
That's not a foul. That's aggressive.
I believe they may have called that on Bell.
Yeah. And that hurt. Yep. There you go.
That's Babicek on the putback there. She will head to the line as well.
Yeah, she gets the ball underneath. She's dangerous. That's 3 fouls on Fleming. They probably have to get her out of the game.
Yes.
Pretty close. Coach is thinking about it. See if
Nora
Babbitt.
Schock just checked in for Riley Storm as well for John
give
Marshall.
her a break. Whoa. Yeah, they got to give her a break. Sometimes you think these girls can play, the whole game breakneck speed. Hey, you got to give them a break once in a while.
Steubenville 37-31. We got 1:50 remaining in the third quarter. It's been a really good one so
Now
far
John
tonight.
Marshall back in the zone to help out. McShane to kick back out. Boom.
Ooh, that is the
Bryn
freshman, Bryn Bowers.
Yeah, she's going to be a dandy.
That's a big one.
That's
as
big.
Steubenville extends
Yeah.
the lead to 9 there. John Marshall got to get some points on
Big
this
Red
possession.
with 5 fouls, though. They can't foul. You don't want to give up a 2-shot. It'll be a 2-shot bonus. That's off.
To say that was Schock left pretty wide open
Suckoch,
there.
a nice play by Lucy again. She is smart. She's in the right place all the time. And if she was a football player, she'd be a quarterback for her granddad.
Yeah, there you go.
She just knows what to do. Storm back in the game after a quick rest.
1:15 remaining here in the third period.
Zone for John Marshall. Big Red has to be in no hurry. They could run this thing down if they want.
I was going to say, if it were me, I'd just be, but, that's why I'm not a coach.
Oh, they got away with one there.
That was Terriana Thompson there on the shot.
If you're going to take a shot, it has to be a good one.
All right,
Big
just
Red,
under a minute.
They got to
see if John Marshall tries to hold it for the final shot.
Big
of
Red
the
has
third
to be
quarter.
careful here. It's a 2-shot bonus if they foul. Anytime they foul.
50 seconds on the clock. Steubenville 40, John Marshall 31. Steubenville's biggest lead of the night so far.
Nice steal, almost.
Bell saw that from a mile away.
Yep. 4 white. So Big Red will have the ball. Let's see what they do with this 37 seconds.
They're going to get Kaylee White on that. That is her
both
first
teams.
foul of the night.
Yeah. Let's see if Big Red can run it down. 1 shot or sometimes, if you have a good shot in a situation, take it. But there's no hurry. They're in the zone. You could just pull the ball out. Pull it out and wait at half court.
30 seconds left here in the quarter. Oh, but Bell got herself an open shot. Oh, in and out.
Wow.
Nice play there by Bowers.
Bryn Bowers.
5'5", but she's playing
she's
like
feisty.
she's 5'11".
Yeah, she's smart. From a good coaching family. Mom and dad are good athletes.
Misses the first. We got 21.6 seconds remaining here in the third. Steubenville with their largest lead of the night, 9 points over John Marshall.
They got to be careful with Fleming going back in here with 3 fouls. Because if they lose her, they lose one of their best rebounders.
Bowers misses on the second as well. John Marshall with about 20 seconds to see if they can get a few points. That was Kaylee White. Misses the shot but gets her own rebound. 10 seconds to get something going here.
They're going to set
Riley
set a high pick for her and let her go. They got to help on her. They got the
she
steal.
went the other way. McShann.
Ooh.
Oh, so close.
Yeah.
3 quarters down, Steubenville. 40-31 over John Marshall. Stick around. Should be a great fourth quarter here on Bordas Bordas High School Hoops.
If you're a former or active coal miner who's worked or is currently working in an environment exposing you to potential breathing hazards, schedule your test for the Black Lung Clinic at WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital today. Call 304-843-3307 to stop black lung from stealing your time.
It's time to get up, to rise, to wake up with the Ohio Valley's most watched morning show, News 9 Sunrise.
We're everywhere, working to make your mornings easier.
Everywhere, keeping you informed and connected and helping keep you and your family safe.
Stay weather aware everywhere with Chief Meteorologist Jeff Exline.
Get all the important local information that could impact your day with the News 9 and Severe Weather Team 9 apps.
You hear us say it all the time, but it's true.
News 9 Sunrise is everywhere, making a difference for you.
The National News Desk is America's News Now.
Impactful news now.
About 30% of fatalities are because of alcohol-related crashes.
From nearly 4,000 local journalists across America.
Locally covered, nationally connected. The National News Desk is America's News Now.
Weeknights at 11 on Fox 9.
Attention all active and former coal miners. If you worked or are currently working in an environment that exposes you to potential breathing hazards, a screening for respiratory health problems is recommended. Call WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital at 304-843-3307 to schedule a screening today.
The Bordas Bordas High School Hoops is sponsored by Bordas Bordas, WVU Medicine, American Consolidated Natural Resources, The Health Plan, and Presley Hearing Center.
We are hot to go for fourth quarter action from the John Marshall Fieldhouse. Steubenville with the 40-31 lead on John Marshall. Been a great game so far, Rich Donley.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be tighter than last time. Let's see here. John Marshall going to a little trap. Looks like a zone. They're going to stay in that zone. Big Red, no hurry, really. Ooh.
Nice shot there.
And that'll get you out of your zone quick.
Now, she can do it from anywhere on the court.
Yeah. Big Red back in their zone. I think that's play. The zone has done a good job for them.
Now a double-digit lead for Big Red.
Good rebound. Like I said, they should be in no hurry, especially with John Marshall. If they play a zone, just take your time.
And as you said, a big thing these teams want to do is keep this score in the 40s.
Yep. Like a back to man for John Marshall. Taylor, step back. Bang!
Nice shot.
She's going to be a dandy, too, freshman. She had a brother who was a pretty good player for Big Red last year. And
Brock Melko,
out
54 seconds in, decides, let's have a little chat. We're going to take a quick break as well. We'll be back with fourth quarter action.
Saturday, we've got a Big 12 Conference battle on Fox. Hall of Fame coach Bill Self leads his iconic Jayhawks, who look to establish themselves as one of the best in the nation.
Another star performance
performance.
While the Mountaineers aim to make a statement on their home court.
Play.
Kansas.
What a play.
West Virginia.
And jam.
It all tips off Saturday at noon Eastern on Fox College Hoops.
Monday night just got a whole lot better.
With News 9 Sports on the go.
Live at Seven Ranges Entertainment.
Join Bill Phillips and Don Sloan for sports talk, fun, games, and wings. 50-cent wings. And that's not all. Half-price bowling, axe throwing, mini golf, and arcade games.
Join us here at Seven Ranges or watch us live on Fox 9 and the WTOV9 digital platforms.
It's Monday Night Mayhem.
News 9 Sports on the go. Monday nights at 7 on Fox 9 and the WTOV9 digital platforms.
I'm Colton McKivitz. Growing up in the Ohio Valley, playing for WVU, and now playing ball as a pro, I know how important it is to have sports medicine experts you can count on. WVU Medicine's sports medicine team helps athletes of all ages prevent injuries, recover safely, and get back in the game stronger than ever. From youth leagues to weekend warriors, they're committed to keeping our community moving and performing at its best. WVU Medicine, keeping quality care close to home.
Steubenville jumping out with a few big shots to start the fourth quarter to take a 15-point lead on John Marshall, by far their biggest lead of the day. 7 minutes remaining in the game here as John Marshall looks to get their offense going, cut into this lead a little bit.
Yeah, what Big Red has to do on defense here, not allow threes. A bunch of twos aren't going to beat you. You start getting 2 or 3 threes and they get right back in it. So let's see if, and then John Marshall on the other hand, again, they have to be patient, but they have to turn up the heat on defense. They have to go for the steals.
Oh, Riley Storm landed that shot bad.
Yeah. They're doing a pretty good job of identifying where she's at so she's not getting a free look.
Kaylin Reese. Nice rebound in there by White. Oof.
Yeah.
I believe that was Storm that was able to draw that foul there.
Yep.
They're going to call that on Lucy Suckoch.
Yeah. Big Red has to do a better job on the defensive board. These rebounds are golden.
Good on the first of 2 for Riley Storm at our American Consolidated Natural Resources free throw line. Free throw is one of those phrases that has always confounded my mouth, Rich.
Watch this. Oh.
Oh, man, Bell came out of nowhere to save that.
A little lucky. Taylor with a nice pass to Fleming underneath. Good defense by Babicek and fouled by Fleming.
It's fun to see those two against each other. You see the two sophomores. Yeah. It's kind of like you're looking at the future of both these teams.
She made a nice move underneath, and then she got out of control. And that's her 4th.
So she did not like that call.
No, she was out of control. He lost her balance. Big Red again, defend a 3 here. 6 minutes to go. Really defend a 3.
46-32, the Steubenville lead on John Marshall. Monarchs with the ball. Looking to cut into that a little bit. Ooh, getting into some trouble in the paint there.
Good steal.
Up to Suckoch.
Lucy Suckoch.
She finishes.
Feisty.
The word of the day. It's our word of the day, feisty.
She's right in the middle of everything.
8 points for Suckoch on the evening. Now a 16-point lead for Steubenville. This defense is really, you can see John Marshall struggling
there's a turnover.
Get an open shot.
Go get it, and you got to lay up. And one. Beautiful.
That is the freshman, Taylor.
That was a great hustle play. She could have let that ball go. It would have been back court, but she hustled, got the ball, and got the and one. Great hustle play. Not bad for a freshman.
Babicek now checking out. That might have been on her.
Yeah. I was thinking of John Marshall. They have to make the shot, then they have to full court press now. You have to. You can't just let Big Red come down and pass the ball around.
Taylor able to finish three-point play there.
Big Red again. All they have to do is play the zone. Don't allow a 3.
Well, that's exactly what they're... Rich, it's like you drew up the playbook.
Yeah, don't allow a 3. 3s will kill you. 2 is not so much, but the 3, like you say, you get 2 or 3 threes, boom, you're back in the game.
you can see John Marshall's trying to drive, and they are just really struggling against this defense.
They're doing a good job on help. No.
It's Kaylee White, but she gets called for the travel.
Yeah, she called it travel. Took away the hoop.
Student section did not like that.
Now John Marshall, full court pressing with the trap. They have to now, being down 19. Big Red, on the other end, has to pass the ball. Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
Up to Fleming. They're able to get it back onto their side
Get
of
it
the
to
court.
a guard. Lucy, she didn't have to do that.
Bell almost gets the turnover there, but they're going to call it a blocking.
That's okay. It's a good foul because she was going to go to the hoop and make a layup. So they're not in the bonus. All it is just a common foul.
And that is Taylor's 5th.
Yeah.
So that will be the night for her. She finishes with 6 points.
Probably, let's see, I would assume Bowers comes back in to replace her.
That's what it's looking like.
Yeah, Bryn Bowers.
Coach Forte trying to remind her to check in. She almost just went.
She almost went straight to the game.
Make sure you let him know.
Yeah.
Monarchs have struggled against this defense here in this fourth quarter.
They have.
The zone is confounding them a bit.
Doing a good job. They're helping out. They're double teaming.
Nice drive there.
And
from Kaylee White.
Well, you're going to give up 2 here to her.
There's Riley Storm. It's the first time they've really been able to get in the paint here this quarter. Ooh.
There's that
turnover there. That's Inkland.
Back in the game.
There you go. Quick 4-point swing.
They're back in the game. Big Red needs a timeout. Big Red's.
Oh. I don't think they're. Storm did not think that ball was coming back to her, but.
Yeah. Big Red on the press. There's panicking. They got 5 girls on John Marshall on this side of the court, and they can't get the ball across half court. They're just taking it. Angie's telling them to relax.
Under 4 minutes to go. Big Red with the 15-point lead. John Marshall's starting to figure out this defense a little bit, though. That's White. Off the mark on that one, goes out of bounds, and will go back
John Marshall
Big Red's way.
Has to pick up here. Big Red, they have to look up court, especially in the middle of the court. Right now, they're just catching a ball and heaving it. On the double team, get rid of it. They're going to double team you right in the corner, right there. So gets it out. Look up court. Look up court.
Shannon's like, no, I got this, Rich. I got this. Don't worry.
There's Lucy. She knows what to do. Back out front.
Looks like they might
they're
have
playing.
A feeling they want to slow it down a little bit. 3.5 minutes left, 15-point lead. No need to push anything now.
That's okay. Common foul. It's only their 2nd foul.
It's going to be on Kaylee White.
Yeah. What Big Red has to do here, the Monarchs are playing man-to-man. Move the ball. Look for back cuts.
That's White's 3rd foul.
Because they're going to overplay you. So you look for a back door, back cut, get a layup. There's no need to shoot the ball.
Riley Storm gets a hand in there. Ball stays with Steubenville.
Yeah, the idea, you want to make them foul you. They have 1 foul to give, and then it'll be a bonus. So Big Red just has to take your time. Just run the offense. Just keep passing the ball and moving. You have to move. Or give it to McShane.
I was going to say, she's like, you know what?
McShane is something
maybe
else.
I'll just add to it.
27.
27 on the afternoon. I keep calling it afternoon. It's the evening.
That's a walk right there. They missed a walk. Nice shot.
Rebound.
They're doing a pretty good job on the board. And 1.
Yep. Inkland gets it to go, and she will head to the free throw line.
They're beating them to death on the offensive board. Big Red should be in better position to rebound. They're letting the little guard get a rebound and get a 3-point play out of it. No, John Marshall not going to roll over here. They like to say they're 2 or 3 threes away from being right in this thing.
2:48 left in this game. Steubenville 53. John Marshall 38. Inkland's able to finish the 3-point play. That's her 5th points of the day. Rock Melko takes a quick timeout. Again, so 53-39. Steubenville with the lead. We got 2:48 remaining in this game. Rich, what would you say has kind of stood out for you, especially here in this fourth quarter?
Well, I think Big Red's defense, their zone defense, and they've pretty much found out where Storm is. Even though she has 20 points, they've done a pretty good job on her. And then on the other end, Big Red, let's see, 3, 11, 13. Other than McShane, they've scored like 20, 26 points. And like I said, in the first half, she did all the scoring. In the second half, you got Suckach helping out, Bell helping out. Fleming only has 2. But the other girls, Taylor, they've all done a good job. They've all almost scored as many points as her, and that's why they have 53 points.
What also helps, obviously, you look at who scores the most. Those are the people that get the spotlight. But you look at what some of these girls who have scored 2-3 points have done defensively, and that's been huge in slowing down John Marshall as well.
Big Red's guards, Bowers, Bell, Suckach, Taylor have played great the second half.
Full court right here.
Yeah. Get rid of the ball. Pass it. That's how you do it.
Get it into Fleming.
Pass it.
Bowers takes the shot. It's coming back to John Marshall. Reese looking to see what she can do there.
Boom.
To White on the line.
Good rebound by McShannon.
That was a good rebound. She's like, you know what?
Yeah, just walk it down. Take
we got
your
some time.
Take your time. Run your offense. Just run it. Keep passing. Make them play defense. Make them run after you. Not like that.
Steal from White on that one.
No, you can't be sloppy like that.
Sends it out to Inkland. She gets the 3 to go. 2 minutes left. Down to an 11-point game.
It's far from over. Far from over.
Pressure continues. McShann able to get it onto their side of the court.
Walk. Ooh,
no, they're called a jump ball on that one.
Big Red is self-destructing here this last quarter. They don't have to go to the hoop. Yeah, need a timeout. Angie needs a timeout. They don't have to rush or shoot the ball. They're playing like they're behind.
So what would be your game plan if you're either of these coaches? Like if you're Brock Melko, what are you telling your girls right now?
We're going to pressure. We're going to double team the ball and go for the steal. If we foul, we foul. It's the way it is. We're down 10, 11. If I'm Angie, I'm telling these girls, hey, we're going to run our offense. We're not going to shoot a jump shot. We're just going to run, hope they foul you. If you get a layup, go ahead and take the layup. They're going to have to, if you run 30 seconds off the clock, they got to foul you.
So, Steubenville with an 11-point lead. I got to think through numbers sometimes. 11-9, it's an 11-point lead, not a 9-point lead. We have seen 27 points from Nyla McShann, who's been averaging, I believe, about 20 points a game.
That's why she's all-state. She's done a terrific job. But the other girls, like I say, they've got a good complementary team tonight. They got points from, like I say, Suckach, from Taylor, from Bell, from Bowers. And that's where the differences come. And on the other end, they've done a really good job on Storm, not letting her get, she had 29 against Morgantown, which is unbelievable. She has 20 now. She'll probably end up with 30, but they've done a pretty good job on her. But again, here we go. You can't allow the 3 here if you're on defense. No 3s. If they go for a layup, let them go. Don't foul them. Good.
Oh, that might be.
I don't know what they call it.
Oh, they're calling that out. Back to John Marshall.
Yeah. They're doing a good job. When she's down in the post, they're double teaming her, which is good. But I think right now, being 136, she has to get in position to shoot a 3.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like you got to get a shot off fast.
Twos aren't going to do it at this point.
Steubenville playing some tight defense, so they're not really allowing much.
Yeah. McShane with another good rebound. Get it out of there.
Bell works it to Suckach. She brings it
that's
to that
what you
side
do.
of the
Get
court.
it back out.
Slowing things down a little bit. Minute 15 left.
Just run that clock.
Force them to foul you.
That's
what they do.
They're going to have to foul you 2 more times. Yeah, if you're John Marshall, you can't, like you say, you go for the steal. If you don't get it, then we foul. Even though you're going to be in a bonus in two fouls, you still got to do it.
That was Riley Storm's 4th foul of the evening.
Yeah. That's okay. Oh, timeout?
I was going to say.
Yep.
Minute 6 remaining. Angie Forte takes the time out. again, an 11-point lead. John Marshall's still in this game, but I think the one thing you're seeing with what, minute 2 left, minute 6 left is just you got to shoot the ball a little bit faster.
Yeah.
I know you're looking for an open shot, but you just got to create one at some point.
Big Red, the difference in this game is it wasn't the first game. Big Red's just a step and a half quicker. They're quicker. They're getting all the steals. They're getting all the loose balls. And their defense the second half has been terrific.
But, this is basketball, and anything can happen in a minute, you know?
Yeah, I've seen it.
That's one of the things I love most about this game.
I saw TCU was playing Kansas. They were up 7 points with a minute to go and lose the game.
Yep.
You never know with like I say, with a 3-point shot now.
Oh, the way momentum can swing in basketball.
You get 3 threes here in a row. Boom. Big Red just wants to run the clock off.
Bell gets it into McShane. They're just kind of tossing it around, slowing it down.
That's all you have to do.
As you said, John Marshall still has fouls to give.
Clock is on your side. Just keep throwing it. Throwing it out. No shots.
They work it around. We're down to 45 seconds left, and that was Kaylin Reese picking up the foul.
And then you asked if I was Angie what I would do. Make sure your good foul shooters have the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So that if they get fouled, they're going to shoot 2.
So they will now shoot.
There's a foul. Bailey got bopped right in the nose.
That is on Riley Storm. That will send her to the bench for the evening. Storm finishes with 20 points.
Great game. She's a great player. Good future ahead of her no matter where she decides to go. Because I guarantee you, some university wants her if she's not already committed already.
Checking in for the Monarchs, number 13.
It's going to be Bell at the free throw line. Again, an 11-point difference here.
See, Big Red now, you don't want to foul. You don't even have to line up people up the foul line because you don't want to jump over the girl. Get away from it. Get away from everybody.
She goes, get the first one to go.
Again, these other complementary players are scoring points.
Bell now with 7 in this game. You're saying that ball goes off a Monarch. We'll stay with Big Red. We got 41.7 seconds left. 12-point lead.
John Marshall has to foul on the throw-in. They just got to foul. As soon as he catches the ball, foul her.
Bell into Suckoch.
Foul her. There it is.
There you go. There's the foul. That one's going to be on Kaylee White.
Make him shoot it.
That is her 4th.
Now, Big Red, they could get their whole team and put them on this side of the floor. You do not want to foul there. Angie's doing it right now. Get them all down here. That's it. Good, smart
Stay out of the way. Let her shoot the free throws.
Well, you don't want your girl in the middle jumping over a girl taller and putting them at the foul line.
Suckoch good on the first.
What a game for Lucy. 10 points and about 10 really good smart plays. I'll take that every time.
She's been averaging 10 this season, right on par.
She's a good little player.
Drive there from Kaylin Reese. She gets that touch to go. Under 30 seconds now. Good defense there from Reese, who comes back in after getting that bucket. 24 seconds remaining. Steubenville with the 12-point lead, trying to get the inbounds play. Break the pressure. Corner's not where you want to go when you're seeing that kind of pressure.
Yeah, you got to get. They mugged her over there. That's okay.
So Bell will head to the line. That foul was on Mason Inklin, her 3rd. So looking, we had Storm with 20. We got Kaylin Reese with 9. Kaylee White with 5. Mason Inklin with 8. Paisley Babachek had 2. Babachek didn't pick up any more fouls. We were worried about her fouls. She's been sitting on 3 here for a while.
She did good. 8 points for Bell. Good game.
Clock winding down on this one. Steubenville up 57-44. Ooh. Gets a little help from the rim there. Kaylin Reese does as she gets that 3. Now 10-point game. We got 10 seconds left. That is 12 points for Reese at this point. She's been averaging 11. Everybody's been pretty on their averages.
I want to think that might be their first 3 of the 4th quarter, maybe even the 3rd quarter. because they didn't.
Yeah, it has been a bit.
They didn't shoot real well the second half due to Big Red's good defense.
That was definitely the first of the fourth quarter, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
So, 10-point ball game. Just a few seconds remaining. There's always the chance.
Well, what you want, like I say, your coach Welko called the timeout. You like to say, you never know. You get a steal, you never know. You get 2 or 3 steals and kick it out. But you want to play it all the way to the end, because this will help you later down the road. If you get in tight games, you know what to do.
Absolutely.
So no matter what the score is, you play it all the way till the end. Like if they score here, call another timeout. John Marshall, well, they have to foul. They have to foul on the throw-in.
I assume quickly.
Quickly, yeah, because you don't want to, I mean.
It's not a lot of time to run off the clock.
No.
10.5 seconds.
It's going to be almost impossible, but still, this is for future. So you know what to do if you get in a close game. Big Red, on the other hand, they could just take off down the court now. There they go. There it is.
Oh, good toss.
Look at Lucy.
Nicely done by Suckoch.
Smart, underneath.
There.
Underneath.
Oh, Bell thought she might toss up a 3. And that will be your ball game. The Steubenville Big Red grab a 57-47 win over John Marshall here at the John Marshall Fieldhouse on our Thursday night Bordas and Bordas High School Hoops. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we will talk play of the game and MVP.
Confused by the Medicare ABCs? If you have Original Medicare, then you have Parts A and B. Have you considered Part C? Medicare Part C is sometimes known as a Medicare Advantage Plan, and a Medicare Advantage Plan from Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is one of the best ways to help protect yourself from out-of-pocket Medicare costs. If you only have Medicare Parts A and B, there are 3 things you should do. 1. Call the number on your screen. 2. Give the licensed insurance agent your zip code. 3. See what Part C plans with additional benefits from Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield are available to you. 1, 2, 3. It's that easy. If you're new to Medicare, recently moved, or lost coverage, you can enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan today, but it won't happen until you 1. Call the number on your screen now. 2. Give the licensed insurance agent your zip code. 3. See what Part C plans with additional benefits are available to you. Medicare Part C plans from Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield are available now. Plans may include benefits you are not currently receiving. Call today. You don't get a Medicare Advantage plan automatically. If you're new to Medicare, recently moved, or lost coverage, call the number on your screen now to shop 2026 plans and enroll today. If you only have Medicare Parts A and B, there are 3 things you should do. 1. Call the number on your screen. 2. Give the licensed insurance agent your zip code. 3. See what Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield plans with additional benefits are available to you. 1, 2, 3. It's that easy. If you're new to Medicare, recently moved, or lost coverage, call now to shop 2026 plans and enroll today. Call today for your free Medicare benefits review. The call is free. There's no obligation.
Call 800-816-4031. That's 800-816-4031. 800-816-4031. Call now.
Steubenville will be 2-0 against John Marshall this season after grabbing a 57-47 win over the Monarchs here tonight on our Bordas and Bordas High School Hoops broadcast. And Rich, I think picking our David Robbins Realtor with Allied Realty Group's MVP of the game was not a particularly difficult task. That's going to go to Steubenville senior Nyla McShann. She finishes with 27 points on the night. She had been averaging 20. Had a heck of a game.
Yeah, and she had some great rebounds and passes toward the end. Wonderful game. That's why she's All-State. That's why she's going to Clarion and play college ball. She's awful hard to guard underneath. Has a lot of moves. So, but that and a combination of some help from the guards at Big Red, from Suckoch, from Taylor, from Bell, from Bowers, and that great zone defense did a great job in the second half.
As you mentioned, got a lot of help. When you have to watch the other players on the court, that's a big help to your star player. And when you're hitting 27 points, you know, she was doing it with hands in her face. She was doing it wide open.
Against
she wasn't
girls
missing
that are
much.
over 6 foot, yeah.
Absolutely. So another big night for Nyla McShann, as I mentioned, was averaging 20 points coming into this game, finishes with 27 points against John Marshall in a 57-47 win here tonight. Now we are going to take a look at our Allied Realty Group's play of the game, which, Rich, I'm going to give you a wild guess. Who do you think is going to be?
Let's see. I'm going with Nyla.
Let's take. Oh, Rich, how did
there
you
it is.
know?
The spin.
Spin move.
I just took a guess.
You got to hit the X button.
I knew it was the spin move. Good job, guys.
Spin
that was
move
perfect. The guys picked it up. It was perfect.
It's like you have that, ESP.
It was the spin move. Beautiful.
Once again, Steubenville with the 57-47 win over John Marshall. Thank you so much for joining us on this Thursday night Bordas and Bordas High School Hoops game. I'm Jamie Baker. He's Rich Johnley. We'll see you next time. Have a great night.
News 9's Jeff Exline is more than the Ohio Valley's weather expert. He's also passionate about cooking.
We're cooking up a storm.
Now you can see a different side of Jeff, cooking up a storm on the WTOV9 YouTube channel. A video podcast series where Jeff takes you on culinary adventures for easy and delicious dishes, special guests, fun, and entertainment. WTOV9 is cooking up a storm on the WTOV9 YouTube channel. Sponsored by West Virginia Northern Community College Culinary Arts Program.
They're your neighbor, coworker, or significant other, quietly inspiring, coaching, and lending a helping hand. News 9's Hannah's Heroes. These heroes deserve to be recognized and